What's going on, guys? 21 questions here that I get asked about all the time concerning full-time RV living, and this is question number 5. This question is going to be a little longer than most because it's asking how long did it take me to actually downsize. If I want to look at the timeline, I would say it took about 6-7 years, and it was incremental. For me, I stayed in a house in middle class America, I guess, suburbia, whatever. And I started off by renting my house out to roommates and getting roommates. I had a house, 4 bedrooms, nobody was there, it was just me. I was like, well, I can pay all these bills myself, or I can leverage it and actually share some of the responsibilities and whatnot. So I rented out the house for a year, and then ended up moving into another situation where I had a roommate and we just rented out the house to other people. At most, we had 4 roommates at one time. Bare minimum, it was us 2. But that kind of got me acclimated to living in a smaller space, even though the house might have been 2,000 square feet, 1,800 square feet. It was nice to get used to being in a much smaller space. So I didn't just go from living in a house by myself, all this space, to just cold turkey camping in the woods. Like there was definitely a transition. So I started with roommates. That transitioned to renting out, like I said, with a couple more roommates, as many as 4 as one time. And if you've been in a roommate situation, you already know it's turnover. Some people work out, some people don't. Some people have different agendas. Some people only need a place for a couple of months. Some people need a place a little bit longer. Some people, the energies don't mix sometimes, so you gotta kick people out. That's kind of what happens when you're sharing your space and whatnot. So it took me about 7 years total with the roommate situation. It did free up a lot of resources, which in turn freed up a lot of time. And honestly, the name of the game is when you're freeing up your resources, meaning the energy that you have to put into doing whatever you do for work, that you turn around and pay to a mortgage, pay to an apartment, pay to, a leasing agent, whatever. Take that same energy, and if you can divide it up into a couple of people, now it's kind of like you got a big raise, 10, 20, 30% raise, even though you're just sharing your space. And with that, as I started looking on YouTube more, I was like, okay, well, what are some alternatives for living? I'm going to get into that in another video, actually the next question. But as far as taking it down a notch and downsizing, it went incrementally from a house to roommates to maximum capacity roommates to actually donating a lot of my stuff, selling my stuff, getting a really small studio space to getting a tiny trailer and getting a membership out here at one of these locations. And after literally staying out here for 1 month, 2 months, I went and got the full kit and caboodle, the big package, the big kahuna package, if you want to call it that. And I was like, yeah, I can do this long term, at least for now. It just makes sense. It's great to share space. And as you can see, even though I'm out here, I am sharing the space. I mean, technically, could be 700 people here, but there's only, like I said, 75. And as you can see, you can't see anybody. And I'm in one of the sections of, I think there's 6 more sections that are this big. And honestly, I'm not even, this little gazebo over here I'm in front of, this place it's empty. There's nobody out here. So if you're looking for an alternative way to live, you can think outside the box. You're willing to take that leap of faith that it takes. I would say incrementally work on downsizing. A lot of it's mental. Once you're able to actually see yourself, okay, if I can live in a roommate house, if I can have a roommate situation, if I can share my space with somebody, and then I can even, go out and get a little tiny RV. I mean, that's about as good as it gets. I mean, even if you don't want to spend the money on an RV, I'd say take a tent for the weekend and check out one of these spaces. This is something you pay for. There's even places out there, BLM, like I mentioned in other videos, BLM national land that you can go to for free, which is just so hopefully this answered your question on how long did it take to downsize. For me, it took about 6-7 years if you want to look at the total picture. The last 3 years was pretty crucial, and like the last year was just like really tuning in and saying, okay, I can donate stuff, I can live off of this income. So it was incremental, but it was going towards that same goal, which is just having that space and time to travel. So hopefully you guys learned something from it. Like, comment, questions, please. I need questions. If you guys are starting your journey, if you're already on it, you've been on it for a year, 15 years, 15 lifetimes, whatever, let me know. It gives me other ideas to do more videos. Until next time, take care.